Today, we are on an adventure to catch one of Australia's most underrated native fish. For this episode, I've travelled all the way up the east coast of Australia just in an attempt to catch this elusive species.
Oh my gosh, look at him.
No way.
Join us as we attempt to find one of my favourites, the spotted blue eye.
I'm so happy about that.
Like most of our adventures, today starts off bright and early. Sarah and I packed the car and made our way to Leonard's house. Leonard is a good mate of mine who appreciates the fish keeping hobby just as much as I do.
We'll take my car.
Yep, you're gonna take your car.
Well, yeah, because I got all my shit in the back.
Alright.
And I don't want to move it in your car. So this we can just use for food and whatever and store the fish in, and this we can bring to the spot.
Cool.
We just gotta figure out with the three of us how we're gonna not die while carrying all this.
Yeah.
Leonard's originally from Holland and only moved to Cairns in the last decade. But heading out fishing and exploring the area most weekends has helped him find some pretty cool spots. The area where we think we might find some spotted blue eyes is within this swamp. It has a railway track that cuts through and leads to an opening, which is mostly croc safe.
I feel like I got the easy job. I'm just carrying only my shit, sorry.
The only catch being, it's a kilometre walk through the swelteringly hot tropical heat. And after sweating our asses off, we finally make it.
There's heaps of fish down here.
And these, you know, where you see this vegetation, it's good to scoop net.
But there could be crocs in here, right?
Well, I'll take risks in one.
No.
At first inspection, Leonard noticed a few things that had changed since the last time he'd been here.
But yeah, you see how all that vegetation is pushed out, so there must have been quite a bit of water, like there over there, like it just literally rolled over. So with the rains,
it seems that the wet seasons hit this place pretty hard, and it's possible that the fish might have been washed out. But we started scooping around the edges anyways, with our fingers crossed that there wasn't a hungry crocodile waiting.
Yeah. Just look.
Spotted blue eyes are known to be a very skittish fish. And for this reason, they normally don't go anywhere near standard box fish traps. Which means we have to work a little harder and scoop around the edges manually. But it's not looking so good.
We might have to go to that other spot.
And after a good hour or so scooping, we decided to pack it in.
Doesn't look like there's any fish here. Well, not the ones we're looking for. We found 2 McCullochs, which is cool, but none of the spotteds. So, we're going to plan B, you reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to go just hunt out some of the other spots around the area and see if we can't find some. We've seen them around, but...
It seems that the wet season has definitely washed these fish away, and they might be further downstream in the swamp.
I'm sweaty like this, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like that in the dry season when we went there, the fish were a bit more concentrated to the area. Now maybe they're
Flushed out into the rest of the swamp.
struggling.
So we packed up all our gear and headed off to pursue Plan B. We thought that maybe since the rain has washed these fish away, we could find where they'd been washed to and fish there. But we also stopped at a few drains on the side of the road along the way, just to try out our luck.
I would not slip in here.
But to no avail. And as the tropical rains started to roll in, we began to lose hope on whether we'd find this fish. And just as things couldn't get any trickier, the road to where we wanted to go had grown over.
So should we just go back
To where we were before.
So we decided to continue to follow the swamp until we found somewhere suitable to fish.
on this road, this speed?
It's just been grown over.
That's so weird.
We drove as far as we could until we could go no further. During the wet season, the swamp water level rises, creating new environments and breeding grounds for a lot of native fish, including the blue eyes. This would be our final opportunity to try and catch this fish, and after all this effort, we desperately needed a miracle. Instantly, we spotted a few from the surface.
Yeah, this is where I saw them all.
But the fish are much faster than we can scoop the nets. So out of desperation, we set up some traps.
I reckon we just get this like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But they're skittish, hey?
But the blue eyes wouldn't go near them. Then all of a sudden, we had our first breakthrough.
Right? Yeah, that's one. That's a female.
We might get a few, bro.
I almost fucking went in.
Leonard somehow managed to catch a single female blue eye.
It's tiny, bro.
Yeah, get her in there.
Ah,
Just one.
the holy grail. Yeah, we need a good male now. We've seen them. They're there.
Nearly.
When you walk slow, you can. Oh, like there was one there.
We continued scooping for hours, but caught nothing. Leonard got so desperate that he walked even further in, despite the risk of crocodiles in this swamp. I wasn't so game.
How many fish have we caught?
One.
It felt like they were impossible to catch. You could see the fish from above, but you just couldn't get them in the net. We scooped, and scooped, and scooped. And just as we were about to pack it in, I took one final scoop.
Oh, one more male, dude.
No way.
Maybe two more.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, that's a male.
yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I'll pop straight in. Oh, fuck, sorry.
No, you're okay.
And there's another one there.
Oh my gosh. Look at him.
Oh, where's the other? Here. That might be a young male.
Don't let that sit.
What's that?
Dude, as if we were going to throw the towel in.
That's crazy.
He's so pretty too.
Yeah, you're...
And just like that, we caught all the fish we needed with one scoop.
That was awesome.
That's sick. No way.
That was the last scoop, man. Like, I was done.
Dude, can you believe it? I've never been so happy to see one.
Oh, wow, and do you see the white fins?
Yeah.
It's actually really pretty. Like, I don't know, like I said, I'm not the native guy, but the white fins on them, I don't know. I don't know. They look different than the ones that I've got at home.
Yeah.
If you...
Yeah, you want me to hold it?
Yeah, we can hold that. I had no clue they had this white on them, like... I reckon it's the day, man. We've been just slaving away in this heat. Kind of disappointing because we couldn't catch them. And then at the end, when we want to give up, we suddenly catch all of them. It's crazy.
Leonard kept the fish at his place for a few weeks, where he then shipped them to me in Brisbane. I was the most nervous I'd ever been for fish upon receiving this box. But it looked like everything made it. I already had a tank prepared for them, so I slowly introduced them to their new home. It's now been a few months since we got our fish, and I'm so glad to say that they all did excellent. As it turns out, they are super easy to breed and instantly started laying a ton of eggs for me. Hence, we already have the next generation. I've been feeding them bug buffet since day one, and the babies seem to enjoy it too. This line of fish will be a constant reminder of an awesome adventure. I'm so happy with how this endeavour went, and I can't wait to take you guys on more adventures in the future.